Hey folks, today we are taking a look at Transformers Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Class Starscream. Pick this guy up at my local BBTS. Okay, not local, but internet BBTS. The figure itself is the Fall of Cybertron mold of Starscream, and I have to admit it is quite nice. Out of the new figures that came from the Fall of Cybertron of the Deluxe class, Starscream is one of the two new molds. The other three figures are all old molds given new life. So Starscream, as you can see, is very much Starscream. He comes with the guns that are in the game. Now, these guns in the game are actually combined into one, which you can do with this figure, and I'll show you that in a second. But overall, the robot mode is quite nice. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gun here real quick. Just get them detached. So the gun comes in two parts, which you can then sandwich together. And then if you turn one, the barrel of the other moves, which is nice. And you can see the bottom of the barrels moving as well. And then you can actually stack this gun on another gun, like, say, using Sideswipe's super big gun, you can stack gun on gun. So you have some hot gun on gun action going on here. A very nice addition. The robot mode is very well detailed. The face is absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit hard to see because of the shoulder pads here, but the face is definitely Starscream, and he is scowling his typical Starscream scowl there. There is light piping in the back of the head, as you can see, in an amber color. Posability is quite good for this guy. Head can move, but there's really no point to moving it. Shoulders are a little bit flappy in the fact that they're attached to the same peg as the wings, so they just kind of hang off the side. Then there is the outer shoulder is on a ball joint. There's a swivel joint right underneath that. Double hinge elbow for the transformation, and the fists can move. Legs are on a ball joint with in and out movement and forward and back. Then there is a swivel right underneath that. A nice 90-degree bend on the legs, or on the knees. And then the feet, they look like they can move, but they are very tight. They can move in and out, not forwards and back. And then the foot can move in and out, but that's part of the transformation. Overall, as I have said, the robot mode is quite nice. You can get a lot of fantastic poses with this guy. Transformation for Starscream is actually very, very, very similar to a Robotech from a Valkyrie from Robotech. It's disturbingly similar, and I apologize, my heat just kicked on. That's the rumbling in the background. For the transformation to start, we'll take these red pieces and fold them forward, and then that will allow us to kind of push the arms back a little bit and then open up the entire midsection. And you see how you've got this double hinge here? What you're going to want to do is straighten that hinge out. And when you do that, push the head back up and turn it around so it's facing towards the back of the figure. Then fold the backpack forward and push the head back along the body. Next, we'll go for the arms. And the arms are interesting. So what we're going to do is take the arms and point them so that they're pointing straight back. The fists are pointing up. And we'll rotate the arm into the back and then fold the arm up. And you want the thumb pointing towards the shoulder. So again, we'll push the the shoulder in and twist the top at the same time. And then make sure the thumb is pointing up. Push the figure in, and then push the arms together like that. And then they will just hide up in the body of the plane mode. Take the legs as they're pointing straight out and flip them up. When you do that, you can then take the plain nose cone and flip that out. And then rotate the legs up against the body. And then there are pegs back here which will peg into the back of the legs. And you could fold the feet all the way up into the thrusters. And here we go. This is a very nice, compact plane mode. I really like this plane mode. It's nice, it's compact, and it works. My only complaint, and it is actually a very small complaint, for a plane of this size and shape, the wings are far too small. That is just a personal issue. For something like this, with a shape and body of this design, these wings do not provide enough lift. That's just a personal engineering issue of me. So we can take the gun, split it apart, and we can actually connect it a few different ways. We can either connect it up underneath the wing, connect it to the leg there on that peg, or we can have it pointing to the side like that, or you can have it pointing using the larger peg and having it flush. It doesn't really matter because you're going to actually lean on it a little bit as you put it on the table anyway. So overall, this is an excellent figure. And I really do think that this figure needs to be in your collection. It is well designed, well thought out. It is packaged in robot mode. It's got fantastic posability, and it's just a quality figure. Now, are there any issues? Well, there is one minor issue other than my own OCD engineering issue with the wings. The only issue I have found with this figure are these feet don't really peg in anywhere, and when you try to pose them, they just fall open like that. That is my only issue with this figure. I have no other problems with this guy whatsoever. So, apparently, the Wave 2 is reaching the shores of America and are in stores. I have not yet seen him physically in a store. He's definitely available online, but I can't find him in a store yet. Now, this being recorded just after Christmas, I'm not surprised. In closing, this figure is excellent. Go out and get it.